Last week, the Embracer Group bought everybody. Everybody. They're all bought. Saints Row is getting awful reviews, and we're going to talk about that today on Last Week in Games. Check us out every Monday at 3:30 Arizona time and at twitch.tv/lonercast, and later on every podcast service known to man by searching Last Week in Games. What is up, boyos? Welcome to Last Week in Games, where everything is video games. My name is Jake. That is Nick. How you doing, Nick? What's up? How's life?
It's all right. Life is all right. Got promoted.
Oh, hey.
At my job. I moved up.
Nice.
I make $1 more. So
Love that.
I'll take it.
Hey, that's not nothing, you know?
I don't have to dig holes anymore.
Oh.
Oh, you know what though? During work, my fiance took her car to work, and I get a call at like 8 a.m. Hey, my tire blew out on the 101. I need you to help. And I'm like, shit, well, I'm at work. I can walk you through it. She couldn't hear me. My coworker's like, dude, just go. I'm like, all right, cool. So I drove the truck over there, helped her out, replaced the tire. She goes, I'm like, you're gonna need some air in the spare, because it's one of those like donuts that are really small.
Yeah.
I'm like, so go to a gas station, fill it up. She tries to fill it up with the water side of the air and water, and I'm like,
No.
I don't know, how do you mess that up? So then she goes to turn on her car, and she gets a whole bunch of check engine lights. And I'm like, okay, well, let me clock out. So I clocked out, and I drove out there, which isn't too far.
And there he goes.
And I checked it. I'm like, oh, it's just the fucking battery. So I charged. Oh, great.
No, you're here.
There I go.
You're here.
Where did I? I'm here.
You checked the battery.
So I checked the battery. Fucking battery. So we charged it. She was on her way. But now we got to replace the batteries and all fucking 4 tires, because
All 4 of them.
all 4 of them probably.
Yeah.
Because they're at that age where they just need
It's
to
best
be replaced.
practice, yeah, to
Yeah. So we're probably going to do that today after the podcast.
Yeah,
And,
that's rough.
it's a lot of fucking money.
It's funny. I was just talking to my coworkers the other day. I was like, when did you guys like learn how to change a tire? Like, what was that experience like? Did someone teach you? Or because I remember for me, my first experience where I'm like, oh shit, I got to change a tire because I'd never done it. I was driving home from a party at like 3 a.m. And my fucking tire exploded, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know how to do this. I just was like, well, I hope I don't fuck this up, and I just did it. And I just like, I've seen movies. I think I could do this. It's not that hard, I guess.
It's pretty fucking straightforward.
Yeah.
As long as you like tighten the lug nuts, you should be good, even if the tire's fucking backwards.
The hardest part for me was just figuring out where to put the lift part, like where to lift the car.
Oh yeah, that can be hard on some vehicles.
I was just not sure where to do it. And I was like, well, I hope it's here, and I hope it doesn't fucking break my car. But we did it. We got there,
Hey.
I mean,
if it's not there, then you're gonna learn pretty quick when the car fucking falls. And
I've never filled my car tire with water though. So
she didn't either. She just had a nozzle that wasn't.
Yeah. No, I know exactly. Yeah.
It didn't have the depressor in it so that you could push
the
little Schrader. So she just kind of put it over the little Schrader valve and just filled it up. And I'm like, you literally just
choked
the valve in water. That was all you did. And she was all upset because she wasn't sure if she got water in the tire. And I'm like, it's not possible with what you had. And then her little fucking tire gauge broke also.
Oh yeah.
So
a lot of the modern pumps have gauges on them though.
Yeah.
So
which is nice.
Yeah.
which is nice. It was just a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, like Jim Carrey. We've had debates, Nick, me and you, and by debates I mean we had one brief conversation over text about what to do with what you've been playing, right? Because
Right.
we talked about moving it to the end because I've been posting our reviews separately now, along with on the show. But like, if you watch the review separately and that brings you to the show, and the first thing you see is the review, should we move what you've been playing to the end? Should we only move what you've been playing to the end if we have reviews? These are the questions. Because I do like having what you've been playing at the beginning, just as like a discussion. You know
what I hate?
Yeah.
That what you've been playing is at the beginning, because we have a discussion right at the beginning. We just talked about
Well,
changing
that's it.
tires.
Yeah.
So
okay.
throw it to the back, baby.
All right, we're throwing it to the back. It's been decided.
Throw it to the back.
This is going to be the first episode. We're throwing it to the back.
It's a test run.
Yeah.
This is the guinea pig episode.
Fuck what you've been playing for the next 30 minutes. Okay?
Sweet. Yeah.
Let's
Fuck what I've been playing.
Let's get into the titties. Also, it's a good way to be like, hey, this episode went short. We could pad out what you've been playing.
Oh, also true.
Yeah.
Also true, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into the titties. These are some tidbits of news that we want to talk about. All right.
All right.
First and foremost, Saints Row this is how I wrote it in the doc. Saints Row is getting poopy reviews.
It is.
The big poopies.
It's really fucking sad, man.
I've got a couple up here. I've got on OpenCritic, it has a 66 from Critic Reviews, which with OpenCritic, that's really low. And then on Metacritic, it has a 63.
Oof.
That's pretty low.
Big oof.
Big
oof.
Yeah, what are the people saying? Let's see. It's a below average open world game that's stuffed to bursting with bugs. And the best thing we can say about it is that making our Tobias Funke inspired character crouch over and do the wanker gesture. Oh, okay. So it's got a good character creator, but everything else sucks. Got it.
And it's goofy.
You could consider Saints Row a love letter to a time when games worried less over quality and more about fun, but that doesn't excuse its faults. That's interesting, actually.
I actually hear that a lot with the reviews. It's like, it's fun, but it's empty, and the story sucks, and it's glitching. So,
yeah. I wanted to read this one because this person gave it a 95. Okay. So
yeah, let's see what they have to say.
Volition's gamble to reset and reground Saints Row pays off generously. A visual delight with plenty of gameplay mechanics to keep players goofing off for days. And the setting is one of the best in video game history. Sure, the shooting gets redundant after a while, but with so much to see and do, you can go hours in between gun battles. Saints Row manages to retain what players loved while feeling fresh and new. Other reboots, take note. This is how you do it.
Wow.
Huh.
Weird. Where's that one from?
That is from Gaming Nexus on Metacritic.
Oh.
Yeah, that is... Huh.
That's raving reviews from Gaming Nexus. Maybe they didn't run into any bugs. Maybe the game's really good without bugs.
It does seem to have like a better score on PC. So I wonder like if you're on PC, it just runs better. And I think Gaming Nexus is like known for running games on PCs. So I don't know. Interesting.
I could not tell you. I don't listen to Gaming Nexus a whole lot.
I don't know anything about them either. I just know they have a website that exists. I know me and you were like super excited to get into it because we were big Saints Row fans back in the day. And now with these reviews, It seems as though me and you both are like, I think we'll wait on this one.
Yeah. I heard it at work and I'm like, damn, that's disappointing. But on the flip side, now I can play Cult of the Lamb.
Yep.
You know, I was holding off, and now I don't have to.
Yeah. I think I might do the same actually. Maybe I can actually finally play Bear and Breakfast.
There you go.
I've been talking about it for ages.
And you know what? I think Cult of the Lamb will hold me over until September
9th.
Until Splatoon shows up.
Splatoon. Hyped.
So hyped.
Next titty, HBO's The Last of Us first look. HBO had like a teaser reel for all the stuff coming to HBO Max, and part of this teaser was like I want to say like 20 seconds of like footage from The Last of Us, if that. It was pretty short, but still
very, very short.
Still pretty cool. What'd you think?
I liked it. I liked the feel of it. Especially the opening where he's walking down that frosty bridge.
Yeah.
You know, it sets the tone really well. I will say, some of the characters, A+, man. A+ on the actors that picked them.
Nick Offerman.
Based on looks alone. Because it's not out. The deliveries I can't say. Based on looks, Nick Offerman looks fantastic as Bill. As Bill. And Pedro Pascal looks fantastic as Joel. The Ellie, the chick who plays Ellie, kind of jarring. Going from the game to this, it's like that doesn't look like Ellie at all. Like, I feel like that is just a completely different person. Who knows? Maybe it'll grow on me. Maybe I'll get used to it, kind of like the Marvel Spider-Man thing on PlayStation. It was just like, okay, that's weird, but I kind of grew with it. Or it could be the same, but also I don't know. It could be
I still haven't forgiven Sony for that, dude.
Oh, I don't know. It's kind of jarring if I'm gonna say the lead, because she doesn't look anything like Ellie, and I feel like there were better actresses for the look only. I'm just basing this on the look. So I don't know. That's how I feel. Everything, the tone looks great. Characters look great. It's got me excited, but also still cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like, I've been burned so many times where it's like, oh, this adaptation's gonna be good, and then you get Assassin's Creed, and you're like, oh man. Because remember when they announced Assassin's Creed, everyone's like, oh, Michael Fassbender? Like, that's a good choice.
Oh, good. But then you saw the trailer, and he's like being lifted up with like a claw thing, and you're like,
what the fuck?
I actually never saw that because the trailers were so bad.
I saw it later. I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it later on, and I was like, it honestly wasn't like terrible, but it was like, I feel the same about Uncharted, where it was like, it wasn't terrible, but it was like, But then I think about like the Netflix's Cowboy Bebop, and I'm like, oh, that was so bad, and it looked so good in the trailers, which is what gets me worried about this one, where it's like, it looks so good in the trailers, and they obviously have a crew of people that care about the source material, but sometimes that isn't enough. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because sometimes it ends up coming off as like a fan film.
Sometimes it ends up coming off like season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Oof. Got him.
Go away from the source material and you fuck up. So, what they learned with that.
But yeah, that's the one thing that like keeps me going, is like, it is HBO, and HBO don't miss. Even the final season of Game of Thrones, I watched some of it. It's like, yeah, people didn't like the story and stuff, but like the quality of like the filmmaking was still very good.
Yeah, it was a pretty looking thing, but also they ruined every character.
Yeah, I wasn't ever really that invested, so I don't know, but I've heard I
wasn't either, but I was mad for everybody else, because I watched them like, this didn't do anything enjoyable for anybody.
What I did do over the weekend, though, Nick, I fucking watched all 5 episodes of Chernobyl this weekend. Just cause I was watching my sister's dog and had nothing to do, and just watched every episode of Chernobyl, which is the same creator as the Last of Us TV show. And watching that, it's like, oh yeah, this guy can do it. The one thing that kind of bummed me out is that the director of Chernobyl isn't going to The Last of Us, but it's the same creator though.
That's weird. I thought it was the director as well.
No, he was like the creator and like showrunner, but he wasn't the director. Which is the same for this show. He's not directing. He's like the showrunner, but
gotcha.
But
fair enough.
I think it's in good hands. Anyway, moving on. Death Stranding is coming to Game Pass August 23rd, which is tomorrow, or if you're watching this when it comes out on YouTube, today.
This is strange
Yeah.
because Death Stranding's on PS4 and PlayStation 5 only until tomorrow. It's very strange.
It was on PC, I guess.
Was it also on PC?
It came to PC later, yeah.
Later, sure. But I just find it strange that it's just like, hey, Game Pass, here you go,
Yeah,
out of the blue.
it's so weird because they've used it as like a selling point for PlayStation for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what that deal was. Where it was, I thought for sure that Sony owned Death Stranding, like the property,
I thought so too.
but I guess
But
not.
I guess not.
I
guess
do
they just
know.
had it was probably a timed exclusive.
Yeah,
To be fair.
I do know Kojima, is working with Xbox on something, so it kind of makes sense, I guess, in the timeline. And it's been what, 3 years since Death Stranding came out, so. Is this the director's coming to Game Pass or just the? I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows?
That's hard to say. We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, really cool. I'm happy though. I'm happy people get to play the game. I think it's a wonderful game. Highly underrated game. People talk about it being a walking sim. I think it's so much more than that. I think it's a fantastic game. Big fan. Love Kojima. Want him to touch my balls. Anyway, moving on.
Bravo.
There's a Gravity Rush movie in the works from PlayStation Productions. I didn't know about this. This is wild.
Yeah. I don't know how, like, I don't think they've like actually said anything as far as cast or anything, but it's from somewhere called deadline.com.
Yeah.
PlayStation Productions have launched development on Gravity Rush, a film based on the 2012 action video game. Yeah.
That is wild.
It's pretty much what they got. Other than that, I don't know how they got it. It's not yet clear who will produce Gravity Rush, and while PlayStation Production falls under the Sony umbrella, it's similarly unclear whether the pick will be distributed by the studio. So it's just a thing that's going to happen, or it's at least in the works and could happen until something doesn't work or they lose budget. Or
according to thegamer.com, written by Sean Murray, not that one though. Anna Mastro is set to direct the following, she is a prolific TV career director, who has directed Disney Plus's Secret Society of Second-Born Royals, as well as episodes of The Rookie. So there you go. That's cool. I really love Gravity Rush, the first one. I never played the second one.
Right.
But
yeah, me too. Second one's better.
Second one's
really? Actually better. Yeah. I liked Gravity Rush a lot, and I wish they would make a third.
Well, I feel like it's more likely now than ever before that we will get a third one.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of the first one, and I know the second one is on that PlayStation Premium thing, which I have. So maybe I'll play it.
You should play it. It's really good.
I was thinking about it the other day, which is so funny because I'm like, I should play this, and now it's like the universe is telling me, Jake, you should play Gravity Rush too.
You should. It's fucking fantastic, and the outfits are cute as hell. So
I love cute outfits. Who would you cast in a Gravity Rush movie?
Emma Stone.
That's a good one. That's classic. She would be like the main chick.
That's always my casting for any role. Yeah. Or you get Emma Stone and Margot Robbie as like the two Gravity Rush people.
That's solid. Margot Robbie would be good for that chick. I almost feel like you. Yeah, I don't know. I almost feel like you need like an Asian actress though.
Yeah, I don't know that the whole lot of Asian actress. Aquafina.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, yeah, I have no idea who I would cast. Honestly, looking at it, I have no idea, no clue.
Great.
I've no idea. Anyway,
Cool.
we got a new announcement for the Game Awards. The Game Awards is happening December 8th, which,
Yay!
yeah, nice. God, we love the Game Awards. It's always fun.
It's
Always
the only announcement show that we have left.
kinda, yeah. I mean, we do have opening night live tomorrow, but yeah,
It's true. It's true, but they usually don't announce like a whole lot of shit.
we did get Saints Row there.
It, well,
Uh,
who? Fuck, man.
who do you think? Who right now do you think is in the running for Game of the Year at
You
the
know
Game
what I think?
Awards?
You know what I think is going to win it? 100%.
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Yeah,
Elden Ring is going to win it.
yeah, for sure.
No contest.
If you had to
Um,
guess, like if there's 5 nominees, who do you think the 5 nominees are going to be?
Maybe Stray. Uh, um, I can't even think of what else came out. Let me.
I mean,
Let me.
I think God of War is going to be on there.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Horizon might be on
Horizon,
there. Uh,
Kirby,
no, I don't think Kirby would be on there. Maybe Xenoblade.
Dying Light 2 or 3 or whatever it
No,
is.
I don't think that would be.
Hmm.
That might be like nominated for some things, but I don't think it would be.
Pokemon Legends Arceus. Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, man. I don't think a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, nothing really holds up to Elden Ring. I think the only
Elden
thing that would is
Elden
God of
Ring.
War.
Yeah.
I'm trying to look through right now quickly. Yeah, I think like Kirby's gonna win like, best family game. You know,
Mm, maybe.
and then like, do they have like a
Family.
best sports thing?
Usually, yeah.
I bet.
Esports and fighting.
Oh, I was thinking like sports games like Madden or whatever.
Yeah.
I bet 2K22 WWE 2K22 takes it.
No, man. Gran Turismo 7 or something
You're
else
right.
probably.
You're right.
Wasn't Forza out this year too? Oh, no, that was last year.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think Stray has a good thing.
I think Halo would qualify for this year because it came out in December.
God of War would work.
Sifu.
Maybe the new Pokemon. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be Elden Ring though. I mean,
Yeah, that's gonna be the number one. Absolutely, no contest.
Yep. All right, let's move on to the news. We got some news here. We got a couple pieces of news. Okay. All right, we ready for it?
I'm ready. I'm sitting back.
This first piece of news comes from Haley Williams. But
Whoa!
not that one.
Whoa!
I got this article. I'm like,
whoa!
whoa,
Give up singing?
it's Haley Williams. Oh my god.
She give up singing?
She
Holy
works at
shit.
GameSpot now. What a fucking downgrade, bro. Yeah, this comes from
Maybe she's like our friend Mr. Collider Austin Allison, and she does like, contract work.
Yeah. Probably. This comes from Haley Williams at GameSpot. Embracer Group makes new gaming acquisitions, including Limited Run Games, Tuxedo Labs, and Tripwire. And I might as well just add here, and fucking Lord of the Rings. Like all of Lord of the Rings, not just gaming rights. Anyway, we'll get to it. Embracer Group is at it again. The generally little-known company behind subsidiaries like Gearbox Entertainment, THQ Nordic, and Dark Horse Media made headlines earlier this year when it acquired a number of Square Enix's Western studios. Now, Embracer has announced a fresh round of acquisitions, starting with physical game specialist Limited Run Games. The full list of acquisitions announced by Embracer this week includes Limited Run Games, karaoke technology company Singtrix, peripheral manufacturer Geotech, and game studios Tuxedo Labs, Tripwire Interactive, Tatsujin, and Bitwave Games. Along with the gaming-focused purchases, Embracer has also acquired the rights to the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit creative IP, which covers use in video games, tabletop, film, and more. As part of the new wave of purchases, Embracer has opened up its 11th operating group called Embracer Free Mode. The new group is focused on, quote, operating activities in the retro, classic, and heritage gaming category, as well as iconic gaming and entertainment properties. Limited run games, Geotech, and Singstrix have all been acquired under Free Mode, suggesting the new group will have a focus on physical media and hardware. Free Mode will also include Japanese studio Tatsujin, which is led by developer Masahiro Yuge, one of the founders of classic arcade developer Toe Plan. Bitwave Games, which describes itself as a modern retro game studio, has also been acquired under Free Mode. The Middle-earth Enterprises purchase is also part of Embracer Free Mode. The two other studio purchases have been made under subsidiary Saber Interactive Studios. Or wait, let me read that again. The two other studio purchases have been made under subsidiary Saber Interactive. These include Tuxedo Labs, the small studio behind voxel-based destruction game Teardown. Tuxedo has just 6 staff members, with the studio lead Dennis Gustafsson known for his speciality in game physics. Saber Interactive has also bought Tripwire Interactive, the studio most known for Killing Floor and Rising Storm, with its most recent release being 2020's Shark RPG Maneater. Embracer,
It's really bad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Embracer really also revealed that it's made one more games related purchase that can't be disclosed yet, teasing that the unknown acquisition is, quote, in the range of being among either third or fourth largest of the transactions.
They got Square Enix, dude.
Dude, that's what I'm thinking too. That is what I'm thinking too. Although that would be weird after they just purchased Crystal Dynamics and from school. So like, why would they? That just seems like a weird move. So I don't know.
They bought Fortnite.
They bought Epic. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
That would be massive. That wouldn't be top 3. Yeah. Yeah. So these guys just fucking vacuum up all these little studios. You're mine.
Yeah, the wild one to me is
these guys must have a lot of fucking money. Hello?
I don't know what happened there. The fucking internet's being weird again.
You brave.
Yeah. The wild one for me and probably everyone else is Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Not just fucking video games, but movies as well, which I think has been Warner Brothers forever, right? I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Lord of the Rings movies. But we are a video game podcast. What does this mean for what's it called? Like Shadow of Mordor and stuff like that?
It means Embracer's got it.
Do you think that they're done with the Shadow games though, right?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would move on to something else. They're doing, I think the Lord of the Rings last game was or is the Gollum, like a story of Gollum or something like that, where you play as Smeagol and you just kind of go around sneaky and whatnot. I haven't heard anything about it for a while, so I think the craziest thing for me in this story is that Haley Williams wrote it. That's still blowing my mind. That's still blowing my mind.
That's pretty wild, dude. She fell from grace for sure.
These are very small studios though, like Tuxedo Labs.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that game? At least the game that they make.
Not really.
I forget what it's called. Voxel-based destruction game Teardown. That was a really cool game where you had to heist stuff and you planted bombs and then you blew it all up, but you had to get out like before a timer ran out and stuff. It was cool, like destruction game where there's an objective and a time. It's very, very cool little thing. And then you got Tripwire, which does uh I forget what they do. Tripwire, Killing Floor. That's
Yeah.
what they do. So that's kind of cool. I know Killing Floor is still going. So Tripwire must not be doing too hot if you know, their fucking Shark RPG was really bad.
Or they're doing really hot and they're like, an Embracer saw value in it. I don't know.
Maybe. They saw value in something, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, you know what else Embracer owns is fucking Saints Row. And their stock actually dropped today after the reviews came out about Saints Row.
Oh, good.
So very interesting. I agree. Like everything that Embracer owns and does as of late to me has felt very like B tier, you know, like
Yep.
B movie. You know, like they own
Yep.
THQ Nordic and like, yeah, everything they release is sort of like, eh. And the fact that they
Yeah.
own Lord of the Rings really concerns me about the future of
Well-
Lord of the Rings stuff.
Well, I mean, like, look what they're buying though. They're buying very like specific studios, specific things that not necessarily made the greatest of games.
But at the same time, they're buying things like Crystal Dynamics and IDOS Montreal, which are like
yeah,
very
we haven't seen anything out of those studios yet.
not yet.
So
I bet, you know, it would make sense in my mind now that they own Lord of the Rings and Crystal Dynamics. Just
WB.
merge those things together and
Yeah.
you got yourself a Lord of the Rings games by Crystal Dynamics, which actually doesn't sound half bad to me. But
Yeah. Maybe they're buying WB.
oh wow. That can't happen because Warner Brothers just got bought by Discovery and like it's not gonna happen.
Okay. Well.
That's another thing though. While we're on it, like how the fuck did Warner Brothers just let Lord of the Rings slip between their fingers like that? What the hell?
I don't think they did. I think they're getting a slice of the cake. Because it says they only have the
No, it says which covers use in video games, tabletop, film, and more.
yeah, use.
Yes.
Use.
Yeah.
They can use the IP.
The
I don't
rights
think
to the creative IP, which covers use in video games, tabletop, film, and more.
Well,
And the
I
new
don't know,
Lord of the
man.
Rings show is on Apple.
is it really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's coming out like this week or something, next week.
Wow, shit.
In tandem with the new House of the Dragon.
Yeah, but nobody cares about that one.
People seem pretty hot on it. I don't know.
I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see.
That's wild though. Embracer out here gobbling things up. What concerns me though is like they gobble all this shit up and then Xbox is like, we're gonna buy Embracer Group now.
It could happen.
It totally could.
Or 10 cents. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
We like that shit.
And then Sony's like, we're gonna buy Tencent.
That would be a fucking trip. That would be a trip.
What do you think this
If Sony buys, Nintendo or Nintendo buys Sony, like if any of these companies buy any of these same companies, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, Tencent, I guess now Embracer, these are the big boys, right? If any of these bought any of these other ones, I'd be very surprised. Be very surprised.
Well, it's kind of interesting now, like Embracer and Tencent, they've kind of replaced, the Ubisofts and the EAs of the world, haven't they? In a weird way. Or
who
like
knows? We might
Epic.
we might get an Embracer E3 event.
Well, what do you think? What do you think this final acquisition is?
I don't know, man.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
I'm gonna throw something out there.
My first thought was Square Enix, and then my second was WB. But
My thought.
yeah,
Actually, that might be interesting. Rocksteady from Warner Brothers. That'd be interesting. That's not what I was gonna say, but that actually. Hmm. Anyway, what if it's fucking Ubisoft, dude?
That would be cool.
That'd be
Fuck
wild.
Ubisoft. They need to change, man. They need to change. I'm down for it.
It's one of these things where it's like, yeah, fuck Ubisoft, but also like fuck Embracer. It's like there's no winning. There's no winning, I don't think.
Oh, you say that, but then we've got Devolver, who's grown like exponentially, and then we've got Annapurna, which has grown
No, yeah.
exponentially within the last couple of years. Like, there's as big guys get bigger, little guys also get bigger in
Yeah.
some ways. Like, Ubisoft is falling, Square is falling, THQ is in fucking pieces. So it's easy. It's not easy, but it will happen that like the small guys replace the big guys, and we'll just see this constant change of like who's bigger. I mean, we'll obviously have the big three always, at least so far. Um,
Or these companies where you're like, how do you even have money? Start buying everything like Embracer.
yeah,
It's like, how are you even doing this?
the oil.
It's got to be the oil, man.
That's the gas prices, man. Embracer's doing all the gas price inflations.
Our last piece of news here also is kind of about Embracer.
Oil. Oh.
But this comes from Jordan Midler at VGC. KOTOR remake reportedly moving from Aspire Media to Saber Interactive. The upcoming Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is reportedly now under development at Saber Interactive. According to a Bloomberg source said to be close to the game, the troubled project has been moved from previous developer Aspire Media to a Saber studio in Eastern Europe. The game will likely take at least 2 more years to finish, the site source claimed. According to the report, Aspire was relieved of development duties because its owner, Embracer, and production partners Lucasfilm and Sony were all displeased with the progress of the game under its direction. Embracer had confirmed in May that Aspire parent company Saber was also working on the game, and some of Bloomberg's sources said at the time that they believed it was possible the studio had taken over the development of the project entirely, and Embracer seemingly confirmed last Thursday that the game had switched developers. Quote, one of the group's AAA projects has transitioned to another studio within the group. It said this was done to ensure the quality bar is where we need it to be for the title. We are not expecting any material delays for the title based on this transition.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, that's good news, that last part. But
I mean, kind of, but like, what does that even mean for a game without a release date? So
that means they're on track, and
yeah.
they haven't really done a whole lot to it in terms of like, oh, now we got to change everything about it. It's still in early development, and things are pretty liquid, is what that statement says to me. Which good, I guess, good on them, for being like, hey, this game sucks. We're gonna move it because you guys are fucking slacking, you fucking lazy pieces of shit.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's hardcore.
I don't know. That came straight from Disney. Kathleen Kennedy's mouth. I heard it. I heard it in that meeting.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. It just seems like that they knew that this was happening, but still did like a trailer thing at the Sony event when they announced this game, which just seems kind of fucking weird.
The trailer was just for. Am I back? The trailer was just to get people to work on it. Hire people like,
maybe.
Hey, we're making a KOTOR. You remember that game? Come work on it.
Yeah. Super weird though, but it's nice to know that the project is being worked on. It's in development. It's going to take about 2 more years to finish.
Probably more.
Maybe less.
I doubt it.
Doubt it too. But I don't know. Embracer, man, they're out here doing the thing.
Doing the thing.
Nick, what you been playing?
Jake. Fuck all, dude. Fuck all. So I've been playing. I mean, I've been playing a little bit of stuff, but I just wanted to say fuck all. Um, what have I been playing? I've been playing a little bit of TFT here and there. I've been playing. If I can get back to my freaking library, I've been playing a little bit of Multiverses. That's the one that I've been playing.
Oh,
Yeah, this game's fun, dude. Have you played?
I haven't
Have
played
you
it.
played?
I
It's
brought it up the other day. I was like, "Hey guys, we should play Multiverses. It's free." And everyone's like, "You're fucking stupid." And then I joined the Discord like 2 days ago and everyone's playing it. I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, man. It's actually pretty fun. I don't necessarily like how long it takes for you to unlock all the characters. Um, but every character is very unique that I've played so far, and it's stupid simple. I gotta say, I also don't like the fact that there's no three player free for all, or like a lobby you can join where you can join with three buds and like fight one guy. It's either two players, you either play with two players, v2 players on teams, or if you have four people you join a custom game and you do free for all that way, or a 2v2. And I wish there was more kind of game modes, because those it kind of limits you. You kind of get bored after like 4 or 5 matches, and you're like, okay, well, I only have two characters, so I don't really want to play this anymore. Um, but it is fun for what it's worth. Free, it is fun. Um, and every character's purchasable. Like it's in the means of um, doability, I guess. Um,
Do you get the sense that they're going to maybe add that stuff in the future, like more game modes, or no?
if it does well, sure, because they've already announced two more characters. They got a Gremlin from
Oh,
Gremlins is
nice.
coming, and also Black Adam is going to be there. They've added LeBron James already. Um, so it's kind of cool how many IPs they have, but I'm afraid that they're going to be like, oh, let's just do all DC characters. And when they could do like, Friends. They own fucking Friends.
Yeah,
They
let's
own
get Ross
they
Geller in
own
there.
they own fucking Conan O'Brien. Put masturbating bear in there. Or fucking Conan O'Brien himself.
Well, they
You
don't
know?
own Conan yet, right? They will soon because he's going to HBO or something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Um
that was the girlfriend reviews where they're like,
yeah, I watched that. It was pretty good. It was
we
pretty
should
good.
have they should have Conan O'Brien and his down smash is him doing the chord
This
and cutting.
the string dance. Yeah.
That's so
So
good.
good. It's so good. I yeah. And they're right. There's some good stuff. But I think once they get their roster filled out a little bit more, they'll start adding like um stages and maybe game modes. I'm really hoping game modes. I hope they add like like 8 player things where it's just fucking you can't see the screen and it's just for fun. Um
I'm curious, are there like weapons and like items and stuff in the game, or
there are sort of in custom games. In a custom game where you don't make any money. Well, you make money, but you don't like level anything up. Um, where you'll like pick up these things, and it could be as simple as a rock, and you throw a rock, or an ice block, and you throw the block, and it slows somebody down. Or there's like a Meeseeks thing, and you press square, and a Meeseeks runs out, and you press it again, and another one runs out. Um, the items are to be desired for sure, but this game isn't about items. I don't think it's just about simple combos and hitting some good shit. Like if you get a charge attacks are so much harder in this one than Smash or anything like that. Like you have to time it just right, and it's very floaty. So when you do hit a charged attack, you feel really good about it. You're like, "Argh!" And then they go flying, and you're like, yes, feels good. Um, I like it. I'll get bored of it pretty soon. I can feel like I'll keep up when they release more characters. If there's a character I like, I'll start fucking playing it more. But so far, I'm having a good time with it. I've unlocked Harley Quinn, and my next one's gonna be Bugs Bunny, because why not?
Are there any characters that you want? Like any
In the game,
Yeah, like any specific characters besides Conan O'Brien?
Conan O'Brien is my favorite. I like that one. You you know what's there was a leak about a list of characters for multiverses, and there was actually in the leak they had Ryuko Matoi from Kill la Kill listed, and I'm like, if they fucking put that in, I'm 100% in this game. I don't know how possible that is. I don't even know if they own anything like that. Um, I'll see if they have the list.
I want Tony Soprano. I want Tony Soprano in
Okay,
the game.
sure,
Uh
sure.
what's the dude? I want Paul Atreides from Dune in there.
Fucking Static Shock would be really cool.
Static Shock would be cool. Actually, I mean, I got Watchmen up here. We could get fucking Dr. Manhattan in there.
Oh yeah,
That's that's a Warner Brothers thing. Godzilla, King
Godzilla.
Kong. Um uh oh, Harry Potter?
Oh, I don't know if that's possible, but
I think Harry
maybe.
Potter's Warner Brothers, right? Let me see.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's they're making the game.
Oh yeah, and the movies, right? Because Ezra Miller and all that stuff has been yeah.
Yeah,
You could get Harry Potter in there.
fucking
That actually seems likely, eh?
Gandalf.
Yeah, Gandalf, fucking Hagrid.
Uh,
They have an endless supply of
there's
just
so many. Ted Lasso can be a fucking character because
nah.
apparently they own Ted Lasso.
That's Apple,
The
right?
the Powerpuff Girls.
Powerpuff Girls. That'd be cool. Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah, Neo from the Matrix.
I'd like Meat Boy and Frylock from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Okay. Yeah,
The
I can see that.
the Venture Brothers or Brock
Oh, the
Sampson
Venture-
from the Venture Brothers would be great.
I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah. All right. Final question about this game.
Uh-huh.
Smash Brothers, Multiverses. Which one wins?
Currently,
Yeah.
probably Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Probably Smash
It's
Brothers.
a better game, dude.
But it's
Just-
better. It's also more. There's more characters and more characters I care about. However, it's very close to like because Smash Bros. On one hand, Fire Emblem. That's all it is, right?
Yeah.
It's all their characters are fucking Fire Emblem.
But even
sword
looking
characters.
past the characters, like gameplay wise, I'd have to imagine Smash Bros is way
yeah,
better.
Smash is better, but not. Once you get good at Smash Bros, then you're good at Smash Bros, and nobody can like beat you or whatever. You have to like go to the next tier. Like starting off, anybody can beat anybody in this. It's like a noob can come on and be like, "Oh, I kind of understand what it is," and you could beat somebody. Like the learning curve is very small in this one, whereas Smash Bros, you have all these technical things like wave dashing and like whatever the fuck you got, like stupid shit that you can do. Where in this one, it's like this is how it works. Everybody understands it. There's not like a meta or like certain things that you have to like put in an input really quick in order to do. It's like, no, it's up, down, left, right, X, square, triangle, circle. That's it. And I appreciate it.
We don't do rankings here, Nick. But if you had to rank Multiverses in progress, you're obvious
As it stands.
as it stands now with your experience with it.
I give it like a 6.5 right now. 6.5 out of 10.
Out of 14.
or a 65 out of 100, either way.
Yeah.
Um, it's pretty good. I enjoy it, but there needs to be more things in it. It is definitely like an early access sort of thing. And as it stands, I'd give it a 6.5 with potential to go up. 6.5 plus, we'll say.
I
You
like
know,
that. I like that. I've
what have you been playing?
been playing a couple things. I've been continuing my journey on 2 Point Campus. Almost done with it. Played a little last night. Nearly done. It's a little wonky. I'm not like madly in love with it, but it does scratch that like simulator itch, And like
Yeah.
taking the 2 Point hospital, style, and then like throwing it into a college experience where it's like you run a year of college and like you upgrade your classes, you select the courses and stuff. It's super interesting and very unique. It's unique in how it does it. But like also, yeah, kind of. I wish there was more to it and it wasn't so jank.
Mm,
Like the building is just a lot more jank than it needs to be.
I got
You
you.
have to do it in a very specific way, and I wish it wasn't so specific. And also, like, each room goes off of like a room ranking. So like you could get a room up to like a 10-star ranking or higher even, just by putting more like unique stuff in the room, and you can unlock stuff by getting stars, and you get stars by going further in the game and doing stuff for your students and stuff. But I end up feeling like I'm not like really making my school aesthetically pleasing. I'm more just sort of placing a lot of shit in there just to get the star
Mm,
rating up,
I
uh,
got you.
which is cool, I guess. Like it's fine, but it does kind of take away from like the aesthetics and stuff. And like this game isn't. It's not like Roller Coaster Tycoon, or it's not like Planet Coaster rather, where you're trying to place stuff and make things really pretty. It's more like Roller Coaster Tycoon, where it's just sort of like you're placing things places just to get the management aspect done. But pretty good. I like it. I've also been playing Kirby, the new Kirby,
Yeah.
Kirby in the Forgotten Land, I think is what it's called. I'm not super far. I'm on like the second world of I think 6 or 7 worlds. And it's funny, when it was announced, we were all like, "Oh, this is gonna be like Breath of the Wild, but Kirby." But in reality, it's more like Kirby meets. I don't even want to say Mario Odyssey. I want to say it's like Kirby meets Rayman Legends.
Oh, okay.
It's set up like that, where it's like there's different worlds, and then like in the worlds there's like a Mario game, or
Right.
even like Mario Odyssey. But the way you progress is by collecting more of your little friends that got away, just like Rayman Legends, where you get the little buddies and stuff.
Gotcha.
And there's like secret rooms where you can get more buddies. Or if you're really old school like me, it's like Croc. You guys remember Croc?
Oh, yeah, I remember
Yeah,
Croc.
classic. Yeah, it's like Croc, and I like it. I wish the camera wasn't so like static, because it really is like you don't move the camera, like the camera
Okay.
fall, and it works fine for this game. But I do wish it was more like Mario Odyssey, where it was you're kind of free roaming around. A lot of the levels seem really short. It's a Kirby game, so it is very easy, but it's a little like too easy. At times. But I don't know how the fucking Nintendo does it, dude. Nintendo just has this way of making their games look amazing on the Switch. I don't know how the fuck they do it, because no one else is doing it like them on the Switch. I mean,
Yeah.
it's their hardware, so, but like, I'm like, how is this on the Switch? It's beautiful. It's a good looking game. But yeah, that's my review in progress for Kirby.
You know what? I love the fact that the games that you've downloaded or thinking of downloading are all simulation games, because you're playing um 2 Point Campus, right? But you've also been talking about picking up Cult of the Lamb, which has like that city building thing to it as well.
Yeah.
But also,
Bear and
one of the
breakfast.
games that you've been playing is Bear and Breakfast, and you're like, oh yeah, it meets that simulator city sort of vibe. And I'm like, you're gonna get burned the fuck out on that.
I don't think so. I love that. That's like my favorite type of game. Like it's such an easy game, like game style to just get lost in for hours. Yeah.
It is true. It is a very, yeah, yeah. I agree.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to play. It's funny because I'm not worried about Cult of the Lamb when it comes to the simulation aspect. I'm more worried about the
combat.
Not the combat so much as the what's the word? Roguelike.
Progression?
The like
Oh, okay.
roguelike elements. Because I've never been a huge fan of roguelikes.
Oh, yeah. Well, that makes sense.
Because I end up getting bored and I'm like, I feel like I'm not progressing. I get like mad anxiety when I'm in a dungeon because I'm like, oh, I'm almost there, and then I get anxiety and I just fuck up because I like get in my own head and shit. And yeah, that was my problem with Hades, where I'm like, I'm doing it, and then I die because I just like get really bad anxiety about progressing in this fucking dungeon. It's like I want to beat this dungeon, but then I end up dying because I get in my own head about it, and then yeah.
Maybe this will be the one to do it.
This will be the one. Hey man, I did love what's like what's the fucked up one?
Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, I do love Binding of Isaac. That's kind of like the OG roguelike in my opinion. That's like the one that really set it on the course that it's on, I think.
Yeah, like roguelites would be in a different place if Binding of Isaac didn't exist, right?
Dude, I'll never forget our friend Brandon went to your old place with that game and he's like, check this game out, guys. And we're like, that's fucking weird. Can I play it? And then we all never saw playing.
It was literally like, oh god, this looks awful. Like, oh man, it looks really bad. And then you start playing it and you're like, I get it, man.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
It's actually like the way everything works together is pretty fantastic.
Yep. Recent reviews via OpenCritic. And by the way, I think having what you've been playing at the end, I think it works well. Just throwing that out there.
Oh yeah. I think it's fine. Well, we have to get into a rhythm with it, but
I think it worked out. I think it worked out.
I think it worked out pretty good. I liked it first time. Let us know what you think. Comments. Yeah. Commenters.
Yeah. We're talking to you. Unknown name.
There you go.
Are you in chat today? No, he's not.
He's not.
Recent reviews via OpenCritic. Saints Row, we kind of talked about this. 66 out of 99 critic reviews. That's a lot of critic reviews too.
It is. People were hyped for it, and it fell short.
That's really too
bad. I was really hoping this would sit in this like 78, 79.
Yeah, me too. I would have been fine with that. You know it's bad. You know it's bad when IGN gives it a 6. You're like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh no, what did they fuck up? Yeah, they fucked up bad.
Thymesia got a 70 out of 63 critic reviews. Have no idea what that is.
I have no idea what that is, but 63 people do.
I saw articles when I was looking up articles for this show talking about this game. I have no idea what it is though. And Rollerdrome got an 80 out of 74 critic reviews. That's actually pretty cool. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, I'm excited for that game.
Good. People like it.
Yeah. Next week, or tomorrow, rather, opening night live. Keep an eye out for that.
Hell yeah, boy. I'm going to be at work, but I'll watch it later.
Hell yeah. Watch our, we'll talk about it next week on Last Week in Games. And also, this week, Midnight Fight Express comes to PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, PC on August 23rd.
This is getting pretty good reviews, honestly.
Oh, really?
It doesn't have the threshold that it would be on the show, but it's doing pretty good, and I'm kind of interested in it.
Maybe it will when it comes out tomorrow. It'll get the reviews.
We'll see next week. Maybe it'll be up.
Saints Row comes out tomorrow, August 23rd on everything except for Switch. F1 Manager 2022 comes out August 25th on.
Are you gonna pick that up? You're gonna pick that up. That
No,
feels like I feel like you would be like this would be one of the things that you'd
I
want
wanted to. I want to because I remember they showed this at some showcase. I can't remember what it was,
to. It
but
looked pretty cool. It looked
yeah,
pretty cool. I'm
I
not
was
gonna
like,
lie. Yeah.
this looks cool.
Yeah.
But probably not. Maybe on sale. Maybe when it comes to Game Pass or something.
There you go.
Yeah, August 25th though comes out everything except for Switch. SD Gundam Battle Alliance comes out August 25th on everything, including Switch. Pac-Man World Repack comes to everything, including Switch, August 26th. And Soul Hackers 2 comes to everything except for the Switch on the 26th.
I like how that's how it is. Everything except Switch. Everything including Switch.
Yeah,
Like that's like the
yeah. Fuck,
yeah.
fuck Stadia, eh?
Yeah, dude. We don't even talk about Stadia here.
What was the
Stadia
other?
is like the Ouya.
What was the Amazon one?
I don't the I don't know, man.
I don't remember. That no one talks about that.
Amazon not Fire.
Here, I'm looking it up. Amazon Gaming. It doesn't even show up. You can't even find it. Was it Luna? Luna, right?
Luna. That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yep,
exist anymore. Check out our other shows, like our spoiler cast, by looking up Loner Spoiler Cast, or actually just look up Loner Cast on podcast services, and you'll find that. You can find this show by searching Last Week in Games on podcast services, and on YouTube, both things are together. United front on YouTube. So go to YouTube, find that shit. Follow us on Twitch. We stream live there every week, twitch.tv/lonercast. I've been streaming 2 Point Campus as well. It's been a fun time. Check us out on Twitter at lonercast1. I'm at emergencypizza_. Nick is at fatal_microwave. And with that, eat my ass. I love you and your mom. And yeah.
Nice. I like that.